It shocks me that many of the dog owners I have met or know have never heard of the first bite rule. The first bite rule was established in Great Britain in the 17th century, or the 1600s for those who don't know, due to the common knowledge that domestic animals were property and that the owners couldn't foresee or prevent unpredictable animal behavior and therefore were not liable if that animal attacked someone without their knowledge, if there is no history of the animal attacking others. However, they would have to show proof that the animal never attacked someone or that they were provoked. But if we know history, as we do, more than likely that proof was really just money changing hands, if you know what I mean. The legality and process of the first bite rule then obviously spread as Great Britain established its empire, and is still a part of the legal process in many major countries, such as the US. If you're not sure whether your state or country has this rule, I would either look it up online if you're able, or ask your local authorities if you're able. So now that we've learned about this rule, how this rule came about and was established, let's talk about how this rule is used in different states. If your state does have the first bite rule established, what this means, when a dog bites someone, child, teen, adult, doesn't matter, even if it's the owner themselves, after washing the bite with warm water and soap, if it's not too deep, you will still need to report the dog to either animal control or public health authorities. If the bite is serious, you will of course report it to the ER staff, who will then take the proper steps to contact the proper necessary authorities. If you don't know who the animal is or who owns the animal, remember to get a good description of the animal where this happened and the time and day. Or if you work at a place that has cameras, see if you can get the footage as well. Regardless of whether you know who the dog is or not, you will need to undergo the rabies treatment, especially if you don't know the dog. If the dog is caught, it will then undergo a 10-day quarantine to see if the reason it bit you was that it has rabies. An investigation will of course be underway to see who is at fault. The victim must show proof that they didn't provoke the attack and that there were no warning signs, while the owner must show that they didn't know their dog was aggressive and that the dog has never bitten anyone. If the owner is innocent and the dog passes the quarantine and is not deemed aggressive, they will then have a public record and no legal action may be taken against the owner. If the dog is deemed aggressive, though, the owner must take several steps to ensure this does not happen again. Now, what if your state doesn't have the first bite rule established? Well, the process will be the same, but even if the dog has never bitten anyone and the owner never knew it could be aggressive, they are still responsible for all medical bills and damages, unless the victim was in the process of committing a crime, i.e. trespassing, or was teasing and provoking the dog, and there were warning signs displayed on the property. Unless the victim is under a certain age. In my state, it is 6 years old. The sad part, though, is what can happen to the dog if it bites someone for a second time. It's deemed too dangerous, or the child is under a certain age. The dog can and will be euthanized depending on the circumstances. Obviously, if the dog shows signs of rabies, it will automatically be euthanized. Still, sometimes the circumstances can include the dog being euthanized even if it was a friendly dog before. I do hope this has taught everyone something, especially dog owners, and please make sure to take several proper steps. Display a sign that shows that a dog is either on the property or in the home. Keep your pets up to date on their vaccines, especially the rabies vaccines. And while you can't control outside forces beyond your control, establishing a simple routine may help you in the long run. As always, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!